Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. I'd like to continue on with my favorites, releases, and favorite aspects of Criterion Collection 2022 releases. Right now, let's talk about my favorite collector's sets or box sets. Collector sets or box sets. Now, I should point out that by my count, I think this year, 2022, maybe relative to previous years, one can say that maybe in terms of quantity, we've had a relatively light year in terms of collector sets or box set releases from Criterion. But that's not to say that we haven't had any. We have had a number of collector sets. And when I say collector sets, let me define that to mean a set which has, as part of its, say, feature films, it has more than one feature films as part of the set components. Now, I grant you that there have been other releases, say, that have had the main film or the main feature as the main feature, and then as a supplement, they'll have maybe another feature-length film or documentary. So in that respect, I understand that that type of release could be considered in its own way to be a type of collector set because it has more than one feature film included on it. But for purposes of my list today, I'd like to define collector sets to be a set by Criterion with the feature film being more than one. And so it's the feature films being more than one and not being part of, say, the supplement section per se, but being the main feature. So we've had a number of those sets, collector sets, this year. Again, relatively speaking, compared to other years, maybe not as many as, say, previous years, but we have had them, and what we've had are really great. So again, this is well, I guess it is in order because it's going in order from down to my absolute favorite from this year. But let us go through my favorites in terms of collector sets. So number four in terms of my favorite collector set is the set which was designated comprehensively by Criterion at spine number 1159. And it is this set, the Infernal Affairs trilogy. This set was and is fantastic. The films, we have the three films together in this comprehensive set, which is great, and we had them based upon the new restoration materials. And also we had a number of supplements which carried over from previous releases of this film. These films are awesome. These are really awesome, and then they have a type of legacy or continuation and playing back and forth with time and characters and going in and out of a type of a sense of a wonderful fluid continuity, as well as a dealing in the environment of Hong Kong and also on a global scale as well. So it's all here in this wonderful set of films, and again set forth in this comprehensive package, the Infernal Affairs trilogy, with a great presentation, great style. I love the Digipack presentation as well, and also great essay to boot. So wonderful release from Criterion. I have it at number 4, but that's not to knock it at all. It's a really strong and stellar release. So my number 4 favorite collector set from 2022 from Criterion is the Infernal Affairs trilogy. My number 3 favorite collector set from this year. And again, let me just repeat, this is a really close list from my perspective, from number 4 to number 3, number 2, number 1. And they really could have been interchangeable depending on the day. But today it just so happens that my number 3 choice is still so strong. It's a wonderful set of films, very challenging, very thought-provoking, very provocative. This is a set overall comprehensively designated at spine number 1163. And this is the Blu-ray edition with 3 discs, and it is the Mikhail Haneke trilogy. And the trilogy that is spoken of here is the 3 films from 89 and 92 and 94, and those being the Seventh Continent and Benny's Video and 71 fragments of a chronology of chance. And there is a thematic through line, a continuity on the one hand. There's also a sense of a style and commitment and cinematic philosophy observed and adopted and approached and indeed formulated and actualized by Mikhail Haneke and company. And also, these films, while at the same time, on the one hand, they can be described as having a sort of a continuity through line or a thematic through line. At the same time, they all stand distinctly on their own and thus being individualized and unique bodies of work in the context of the overall filmography of Haneke. And so if you're looking for a challenging body of work, if you're looking for what is a great example, or what are great examples of the Haneke cinematic philosophy, this is a great place to go. And it's a great place to go in terms of a continuation of a journey, discovery, your own journey in terms of the works of Haneke. And the films themselves, thrilling, they are scary, they are disturbing, also very filled with a sense of a viewpoint of the humane, and also a viewpoint of a type of curiosity and a multitude of complexities that will always, I think, continue to probe and to ask questions and to ask and ask and ask. And thus we as viewers are left with our own interpretations and room for growth in terms of how we read these films every time we engage with them. What a great release this is. This is the Blu-ray edition and Mikhail Haneke trilogy. My number 2 favorite collector's set release from Criterion this year, and this is a release which is given SPY number 1162. And I speak about this, which is the 3-disc Blu-ray set of 3 films by Mai Zetterling. And the 3 films are Loving Couples and Night Games and The Girls. And so Loving Couples from 64, Night Games from 66, and The Girls from 68. And I mentioned it before in my discussions of these films that this set overall was in many ways a type of entry point for me into the world of Zetterling and learning a lot of aspects about this remarkable filmmaker, this remarkable artist and remarkable actor. And so, again, an artist of many hats. A Renaissance artist indeed. And so at the same time too, as acknowledged in a lot of the supplemental materials, due to circumstances of release and critical attention and other circumstances as well, maybe did not or has not received as much attention as she really deserves as a premier artist, premier artist of a top-notch genius level. Mai Zetterling. Well, now we have the opportunity to celebrate the legacy, the cinema legacy of Mai Zetterling through examples like these 3 films by Mai Zetterling. Of course, we've had other entries and other connections with the Criterion Collection physical media catalog and the artist Zetterling. But now we have once again another wonderful place, shining place to examine her work. And again, these are so artistically vivid. They go in and out of time. They are very witty and humorous on the one hand. They're also very ironic and artistically, poetically ironic on the other. And they can be very provocative and shocking and confrontational as well. And this is the stuff of great, great cinema. I learned so much from this exploration of this great set. It's in this 3-disc Blu-ray set. It makes me also wish and urge and urge Criterion and hope that they try to get more films by Zetterling into the collection. It would be great to have a set or something. Dr. Glass or something. It would be so fantastic to see more films by Zetterling. They were mentioned in the supplements, and it just makes one so curious and wanting to explore more and more and more indeed. And that's the stuff of a great release like this. So my number 2 favorite collector set release from this year from Criterion is this, which is 3 films by Mai Zetterling. And that brings me to my number 1 favorite box set or collector set release from this year, 2022. And it is given the comprehensive spine number of 1142. And this is a dynamite release. This is a great release. I strongly urge you, if you have not already, to watch one or more of these films in this collection, which is Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project number 4. And number 4 has this is again designated at spine number, let me say it again, 1142, and it has the benefit of having 6 films lovingly restored, almost cinema miracles in terms of the restoration stories themselves, and you get those in this great box set. And the films themselves, these are the stars of this set, and my goodness, what shining stars they are. I had a great opportunity to not only watch them and discuss them, but just think about them and feel them, and just be open to the world that they were presenting to viewers like me. In loving detail, in great vivid detail, as exemplified by these painstaking and passion project, true feats of cinema that are these restorations. And I'm speaking of the works which are Sambi Zanga and Prisoners de la Tierra and A Chess of the Wind, Muna Moto, Two Girls on the Street, and Kalpana. And so these films, each of them in their own way, is truly shining, truly heartfelt, very emotional, and also a learning point into many aspects of cinema, many other areas of cinema that are given in, again, very loving detail. The spotlight, well-deserved spotlight, and again, a chance to celebrate these incredibly important and highly gifted voices of this art form. And so if you have not checked out this set, or if you have not checked out any of these films, my goodness, please, I hope, I really hope that you have the opportunity to check out one or more of these films, or to check out the set overall. It is fantastic. This is my favorite collector set from the year 2022 from Criterion, and it is this Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project number 4. All right, so this is the list of my favorite collector sets, and so we will continue on with my favorites from Criterion this year. So I'll see you at the next video, my dear friends, but until then, please stay strong and stay safe, and cheers.